everybody, welcome to Campbell Explorers. Thanks for joining me today. On today's walk, we're going to go from Edwards Ferry to White's Ferry. It's going to be about a 5-mile walk. It is a really nice day today, but it's only about the mid-40s, so a bit chilly. Edwards Ferry has a lot of cool stuff to check out. There's a renovated lock house there. There's the ruins of an old general store we'll talk a bit about. There's some Civil War history there. If you have a boat, there's a boat launch there too. All right, we're here. The parking here can actually be pretty tight. I'm here pretty early on a weekday. I know on the weekends, there's no room at all. At least not when I've been here. Got some fancy restrooms here. That looks pretty clean, not too bad. There's a boat ramp here, which is one of the reasons that this place is so popular. This is the remains of Jarbo's store. He ran a supply and feed store. Access to Edwards Ferry was shut down for a little bit while they were redoing this bridge right here. It just reopened maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. This would have been the weir gate to let water out of the canal. I'm going to talk more about that in a future video. All right, let's get started. The gravel here is really fine, similar to Violet's Lock. You might hear it crunching beneath my feet. Our first mile marker, 31. I think 3 years ago was the last time I was along this part of the towpath. It was a really nice day, not quite as nice as this one, and I decided I was going to jog the entire way. It was a fantastic jog until it started raining, and then it was an adrenaline-filled sprint. If you're walking along this part of the towpath with kids or pets, you want to be sure that you're watching out for any fence that's along the way. It's really old and there's a lot of rusty barbed wire, so be really careful, okay? I'm always amused by that feeling that I'm out in nature, but there's civilization just right over there. This is the Mystery Aqueduct at Broad Run. In the Riley's Lock video, we covered how aqueducts work. I'm not entirely sure how this one worked, but I'm gonna take a guess. If you look down below there, you see these little recesses in. I imagine there were beams, probably wood, and there were probably gates right about here on each side. I imagine the gates, just like the other locks, were designed to allow water into this section as needed, so the gates could be opened up to allow the boats through. I'm just not entirely sure what these grooves were for. All along here, there's these metal bolts sticking out, or pins. They were used to hold in this timber, which is mostly rotted away. This is the only part that still remains. If you know, do me a favor and throw it in the comments. I honestly have no clue. All right, mile marker 32. We are just past the aqueduct right there. It is hunting season, and I think there's a gun club within a couple of miles, but if you hear kind of any popping noises, it's gunfire. Really immerses you in that US Civil War feel. Getting close to the next mile marker, and you're going to come across this open area that has these power lines. Here we are, mile marker 33. If you're looking to only go about halfway on this walk or this jog or this cycle or whatever you're doing, mile marker 33 might be a good place to turn back. This is a really interesting area right here on the towpath. There aren't a lot of old trees. Everything seems very young with a couple of exceptions. It seems very, very thinned out compared to other parts along the towpath. I don't know if there were buildings here at one point. I don't know if it was cleared away for some unrelated reason to the canal, but it does really stand out along this walk. We're starting to creep a little bit closer to the Potomac. In a couple of months, that'll be a fantastic view. In my Sycamore Landing video, I talk a lot about these culverts that actually took water underneath the canal. This one is in really, really good condition. It was kind of hard to see. I almost walked right by it. I just saw the corner right here sticking out from the towpath. Nope, not walking in there. Looks like an old abandoned car that's been there for a very long time. There's a tree growing right out of it. All right, let's keep going. Mile 34, fantastic. Another well-preserved culvert right here. I see a campsite up ahead. This campsite's called Turtle Run. Mowed very recently, probably even today. Chisel Branch, we've been there. Marble Quarry, we'll go there. If you've seen my other videos, you know this is non-potable water, so don't drink it. If you haven't seen my other videos, well, check them out. One more thing before we leave Turtle Run. You know what that is. Fantastic. Something to check out. Okay, this is really cool. The earth is all eroded right here over the years, so you can get a really good idea for the construction behind the culvert that took water from the stream under the canal and in the Potomac. Mile marker 35. That should be the last mile marker on this walk. You know you're getting very close to White's Ferry when you look to the left and you start seeing houses just behind the tree line. I don't think these are primary homes for people. I think they're rentals for people who want to go fishing, go kayaking, stuff like that. Around this little tiny corner, we're going to see White's Ferry. And there it is, right up ahead. We're at White's Ferry, that's the end of our video. It was a really nice 5-mile walk. We caught some really nice weather, a bit cool. Saw some more really good examples of how well preserved a lot of these culverts still are. And had a staring contest with 2 deer. The next video will pick up right here at White's Ferry and continue on down. And if your experience was different than mine, I hope it was even better. Thank you again for watching.